Hey, Utah here. Sorry it's been so long since I posted any videos. I actually did make one last fall, but then I wrote an article for the ICMJ magazine that pretty much covered the same stuff. Check it out if you don't mind. But I didn't want to put a video out and pretty much say verbatim what I had just gotten paid for in the article, so I didn't submit that one to the website. Anyway, it's time to get out and do some more prospecting. It's 4th of July weekend. We took a few days and came up to the Mother Lode country, and we're going to try and find some gold. Today we're up on the North Fork of the Yuba River. I've never worked in this area before. I did get access to a private claim up here. This one's called Petey's Place. Pretty much runs this stretch of river. Looks pretty good. I know the Yuba River is known for some big gold, particularly the North Yuba, but I don't know what's actually here. I was actually planning on doing some sniping. I've got my wetsuit and snorkel, but there's very little bedrock exposed in this stretch, and I don't know how deep it is to bedrock. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of digging and see. I did bring a sluice and shovel as well in case it's too deep to snorkel. So we'll check it out and see what's here. It's a beautiful day. It's in the 70s, the sun's shining, the water's down. It's probably a little bit on the cold side, but there's gold there, so it won't be too bad. Gold always warms you up. Let's go see what we can find. All right, so we're down on the river. There is, I've walked a couple hundred yards of this river from here upstream. There really is no exposure of bedrock, so I won't be able to do any diving for gold, sniping. I was noticing a bunch of these large boulders. At high water, all these boulders, the water was up and around it everywhere I'm standing, and this was a giant eddy pool behind them. So I want to work in this area here to see if there's any gold. This is a good little deposit, kind of, this is a good little trap, gold trap, where gold will deposit. So I want to do some digging and see if there's anything in here, and especially where this was below the high water line. That water was clear up here, another 3 or 4 feet above where I'm standing right now. But I'm going to dig for a little bit. We're going to set up our sluice right here on the river somewhere, and we'll see what we can find. Alright, so I brought a sluice down here to the river. I'm having trouble finding a place to put it. Generally speaking, the river is just too deep, full of cobbles. I'm really wishing I could bring a dredge. We all know that's illegal. I am going to try doing some sampling right under this boulder here. There's some nice gravels right on the river. We'll see if there's any gold in there. I'm crossing my fingers. It looks like a pretty good spot. We'll see. Moment of truth. Alright, so there's some moderate black sands. I'm not seeing any gold in it though, but we'll keep digging, see if we can find anything. One pan's not usually good enough for a test, so stick around. Alright, so we just ran another pan. Again, we're getting some moderate black sands, some places heavy. This one does have some gold in it. There's two small specks, kind of a small flake and a smaller speck of flour. We came from just right here, kind of underneath that boulder. So we know there is gold here. Now we just got to figure out a way to mine this in some quantity. I'm not sure where to set up a sluice. There's really no other options, so we'll see what we can figure out. Alright, so I spend about 15 or 20 minutes digging right here in the river below me, and I'm getting fine gold, mostly just flour gold. Every pan or two I get a piece of flour gold. It's really not adding up, but it is consistent. The problem I'm getting is the bedrock is just too deep, and with just a shovel and pan, and I do have a sluice, I just can't get down to it. My wife and kids really want to do some swimming on the warmer, slower South Fork of the Yuba, so they've convinced me for the rest of the day we should head over there, and I'll just do some sniping on the South Fork of the Yuba where the bedrock's exposed. This looks like a pretty good claim. I'm just getting boulder bound and all these large cobbles here and boulders. I can't get down through them. I probably could get a sluice built right here. There's a nice spot that's shallow enough to put a sluice in, but even the material I'm moving, I'm not getting any big gold, and as I'm trying to dig down these boulders, it's just slow going and difficult. So I do think it's a good claim. I do think there's good prospects for gold. Given the time I have left today, and the fact that my wife wants to go to the other river, we're going to pack up and head out. But I might come back here and give this one another try in a few weeks when the water's just a little bit lower and see what we can get. So from the North Fork of the Yuba, we'll see you down the trail.